It's been 3 weeks since the Switch 2 released, and oh my, what a 3 weeks it has been. I've spent lots of hands-on time with the system, around 50 hours in Mario Kart World, and yes, even about 5 hours in the Welcome Tour, and I have lots of thoughts, so let's get right into it. The Switch 2 itself is a very premium-feeling device. The Joy-Con 2s go on with a satisfying snap, and they are secured tightly, and I don't feel they are in any position to randomly detach, which is very nice to know. Also, the connector piece that everyone, including me, was worried about before the release is much sturdier than I expected, and it doesn't seem they are a breaking hazard, which I am very relieved by. To be honest, I don't mind the screen not being OLED. I know there is a difference, but I don't really notice it that much. It still looks amazing, and it's HDR compatible and 120Hz, so in my mind, that kinda makes up for the lack of OLED. With the increased size of everything, I surprisingly find myself using the Joy-Con 2s. They fit in my hands a lot better than the Joy-Con 1s. The Joy-Con 1s actually feel weird now. Going back to hold the Switch 1 feels like I'm holding a kid's toy, it's so plasticky and light. And when I hold the Switch 2, it feels like I'm holding a premium device with lots of weight to it. Even with the more demanding games, I have yet to notice the sound of the fans working while I'm playing Mario Kart World in 4K HDR, which is a pleasant surprise, and it seems the new cooling system in the dock is doing its job. The console makes a nice, fun sound when you wake it up out of sleep mode. It's a really nice touch, especially now that the player LED on the Pro Controller is on the top, so it's nice to have an indicator that I have indeed woken it up. I've really enjoyed my time with the console, and I don't have any complaints. Mario Kart World. Wow. I have really enjoyed the time I have spent with the game so far. The tracks are new and unique. They really incorporate the new ideas in interesting ways, especially in the retro courses that have been adapted to fit into this new gameplay style of Mario Kart. There are rails all over the place, new wall riding sections, and just so much maneuverability for exploring in the open world. Grand Prix mode is similar, except for the intermission tracks. To be honest, I wish there was a mode where you could play Grand Prix in the traditional 3 laps on each track format. It just feels so wrong that unless you play in Versus mode, you're missing out on the majority of these brilliantly designed tracks. Knockout Tour is a perfect addition to Mario Kart, especially because of the new open world. It really gets your heart pumping, especially when you're going for 3 stars and a gold crown, needing you to be first at every single checkpoint. Although, with the help of my brother and our teamwork, we have managed to 3-star every single cup in every single game mode already. But it was not easy. This feels like the first game, in my memory at least, that the CPUs actually put up a good fight. There were many resets over the course of 3-starring the cups and rallies, because at the last minute, the CPUs would overtake by some miracle, taking some shortcut that I didn't even know was there. But that made the experience all the more interesting. The open world is fun to explore. Some of the P-Switch missions are actually challenging, and same with the Peach medallions. There have been a few that I have just been completely stumped on how to get them. The question block panels offer a fun way to explore each of the tracks and their details. Overall, the open world is cool and fun to explore, but I feel like it could have been even cooler. There could have been something similar to a story mode, and they could have added so many cool boss fights in the open world. I mean, come on, they had boss fights on the DS. Why couldn't they have put them here? It would have been perfect. The battle mode disappointed me a little, a far cry from 8 Deluxes. First off, there are no true battle maps, which is unfortunate, they just use sections of tracks. But I could get past that. But you're telling me they didn't put in Shine Thief or Renegade Roundup? Come on, those were some of the most fun battle modes, and it would have worked so well in the open world. They could have added new game modes even, similar to a balloon battle royale across the open world, or a hide-and-seek type game mode. Nintendo, if you need ideas, feel free to take mine. Just please make the battle mode more interesting. Oh, and give us a free update with 200cc, please. Now, costumes. They are a nice addition to the game, and they are all very cool and interesting to unlock. But it is absolutely criminal that Donkey Kong and Pauline only have 1 costume. What the heck, Nintendo? You could literally pull costumes from Tour if you don't want to make new ones. It's just insane to me that of all characters, DK only has 1. And don't even get me started on unlocking the Goober characters like Dolphin and Fishbone. Unlocking them through Kamek is the dumbest way to do so. They could have had little events in the open world where you do a mission for the friendly characters and unlock them, or have a boss fight with the minion characters to unlock them. I raced on Faraway Oasis and Dino Dino Jungle for so long to unlock Conch-Door, and same for Rocky Wrench on Airship Fortress. Just let me play as the goobers if I want to, Nintendo. It's not that hard. All of this to say, I've had a fantastic time with the game and look forward to playing it for years to come. Now, before I get into this, yes, I agree that this should have been a pack-in game with the Switch 2. And yes, it is unfortunate that to get the full experience you need to have a 4K TV and a Switch 2 camera. That being said, I love this game. It is so charming and genuinely interesting. The character select at the beginning of the game is a great way to do so. Selecting your little avatar out of a line of people waiting to go on the tour is just so genius and adorable. The background music is very calming, almost like a better form of elevator music? The stamp collecting is fun, but mostly just there so you explore every inch of the hardware section you're on. Where it's really fun is the mini-games, tech demos, and quizzes. That's right, these quizzes are fun. The tech demos are a cool way to illustrate what Nintendo is telling you. In particular, I like the Super Mario Bros. 4K demo. It's cool to see the whole level can be rendered at once. These minigames are really fun. There are some cool HD Rumble minigames, like feeling letters and shapes. There's also a challenging one where you have to find the strongest rumble on a grid, but there are also fake strong rumbles to mess with you. There's some very challenging mouse minigames, like dodging spike balls and doing speed mazes. They're actually very cool showcases of what the new system can do, and I've enjoyed them all, except for some of the time-based ones. It can be pretty hard to get the best medals. Also, surprisingly, the quizzes are very fun. You go up to counters, and then they put up little boards with info related to the section you're exploring, and then you take a quiz on the information you just learned. Now, the quizzes themselves aren't necessarily the fun part, although some of the multiple choice answers are quite funny, but learning about the system is very interesting. I have been actually interested by some of the things it told me, like how the magnets are inside the console itself, and the SL, SR buttons on the Joy-Cons are actually steel, and how the connector piece has a bit of wiggle room so as not to break it. I enjoyed this game a surprising amount, and it is a very fun experience. I'm glad I got it, but I do wish it came with the console. If only Reggie were still at Nintendo. I am very happy with what the console is doing so far, but I am very excited to see what is to come. After the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, I am even more excited than I was before, and can't wait to play it when it releases. It looks like such a cool game, and is very clearly made by the Odyssey team, or a branch of their team, and that is awesome to think about. Hyrule Warriors Imprisoning War is coming out later this year, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. It will hopefully actually be canon this time, and it'll be interesting to see what Zelda was doing in the past with Rauru and Sonia. And those are just two of the big games that we know about so far. Hopefully there will be a direct soon where we learn about more games and the release date for Metroid Prime Beyond. It is a great and exciting time to be a Nintendo fan. If you made it to the end of the video, I would appreciate a like and subscribe, as it helps out the channel a ton. I know this is a different style of video for me, but let me know if you enjoyed it down below in the comments. Thank you for watching, and good gaming to you all.